Alrighty, so this is kind of like an equivalent setup that I've tried to get going here, or an equivalent shape, so I can try to mimic it. But I figured it'd just be easier to record something for this. So you're essentially trying to rectangularize these UVs right here, right? In order to do that, you got to first, let's get a clean UV of that. So I'm just going to do like a planar map of this. And you can go from the side or the top or whatever, doesn't really matter. And on this object one, I'm going to cut off the ends. Okay, so I'm just going to get the ends cut off of this shape. And I'm going to be using the aligning tools and the unfold U and V that you're using. Okay, so boom, those shells are now popped off. So we can grab those and beep, go right there. And then I'm going to unfold V, unfold U. Right, so let's also press 1 so we can see the actual UVs. If you're in 3 mode, you're going to get some like distortion in there. So one of the main features, and it's going to be easy to show on this, is let's just screw up our UVs a little bit. So I want to get like a good round rectangle first. Now, one thing you can do is select all these and do straighten, and you might be able to do like straighten border or just straight up straighten UVs, and you might get amazing results there if it's reasonable. Now your shape is very 90-degree-ish, right? So the first step, let's mess up our UVs again. I'm just gonna do like a little soft select with this, beep, and just do boom, a little bit of that. All right, so I'm gonna turn off soft select. So the first step, get a straight border here, so we can do a line, and you can do like max V. That's going to pop everything up to the topmost UV. And you can just do repeat and then like move this down if you want to extend it a little bit. And then you can do align. Let's do max to the right, right? So that's going to be max U, bop. And then we're going to do min U to align there. So now we have a straight sort of angle right there, right? So next step is that we can highlight these inside ones, right? I'm going to use the unfold U and unfold V operations. But if I select everything and do unfold U, boom, we have that same problem again, right? So instead, the unfold operations do take into account what you have selected. So if I unfold horizontally, but then leave these sides unselected, it's going to pin those down by default, right? So if I do unfold U, boom, look at that, there you go. And then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to do unfold V, and I'm going to not select these top ones. So it's basically using this straight edge to kind of pin down your UVs that way. And then we can do unfold V, and there you go. Look at that, nice and straight on the or nice and straight on the outside, and then the inside is nice and averaged out between those. So on a more complex shape like this, what we can do is I'm just going to double click that bottom edge, and I'm going to cut. That's going to be my main UV seam. Let's do just the unfold operation. Yours is a little bit worse off than this, so perhaps your geometry has like a little bit more of a bend to it that's causing that 90 degrees, or something else. But let's just simulate what that 90-degree bend looks like. Let's go into the UVs. Boom. So we have a big, huge bend there. First step, freaking just get in and select it and bend it out manually. Boom. It's not going to be perfect. And then next step, I'm going to get that straight border again. Now, like I said, you could maybe get lucky and do these straighten UVs, but like it isn't perfect, but it's pretty good. Like I could probably get away with just doing like select the middle ones and do an unfold U. And then you might see some stretching in there, right? But you can always check your checkerboard and see if there's severe bending in this. Sometimes if my checkerboard isn't detailed enough, I'll scale it up just to see how my squares are looking, and that's honestly not too bad. I might just go with that, you know. But to show the whole process without the straighten, let's do that. Boom. So we have these sloppy UVs. It's going to get us very similar results, you know. So So I'm just gonna click the top right there. So I left click this first one, shift double left click this right one, align UVs max V. I'm gonna do the same thing down here. I'm gonna do min V though, and then let's get the left side aligned. I'm gonna do min U. Those are all aligned now, and then I'm gonna do max U. Boom, there we go. And so you may have the spacing is like not good horizontally, right? So if we're unfolding U for horizontal, you can do unfold along U, boop, right there, perfect. And then you'll notice it's a little bit wonky on the vertical axis here, right? So if we go in and boom, click that. So I got all of those pieces selected. I'm just verifying that, boom. And then we need to get these as well. If we don't have those selected, boom, it's gonna lock that down and you'd have that distortion right there locked into it. So instead I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do unfold V, and there you go. There you go. And now we're getting some like wobbliness, but that's about the best unwrap you're gonna get for rectangularizing. And honestly, with wood, it's probably not gonna be too noticeable if you have like a grain to it, you know. So it's probably gonna look fine, you know. So there you go. That's how I work with this. So I hope that helps. And I'm looking at my recording, and I'm seeing that it's like a little bit cropped in. Hopefully that's not too bad, because I was just mostly using this. And anytime that you see this menu popping up, I'm holding shift and right click. So that's like the fastest way to work with your UVs. I'd really recommend getting used to that, because you're gonna be using all those tools over and over again. So yeah, so there you go. All right, have a good one, my dude. Have a good one.